There's nothing better than a big, juicy, pan-fried pork chop. Is there a wink? Nothing better. The secret happens at the grocery store. Buying the right cut of meat makes all the difference in having a big, juicy, delicious pork chop. Right, buddies? Right, buddies? That's what I thought. I thought you would agree with me. Big, juicy pork chops coming right up. The key to great pork chops is buying the right cut of meat. Get bone-in pork chops at least 1 inch thick. 3 hours before you're going to cook them, sprinkle them with lime juice and rub the lime juice in really well on both sides. Then sprinkle with salt and pepper, smoked paprika, chipotle pepper flakes, or your favorite steak rub, or if you have a favorite pork rub, use that. Put it in the fridge for 3 hours and take it out 30 minutes before cooking to let the meat come up to room temperature. This fat piece on the sides, cut that so that it won't curl on you. We'll fry the pork chops in 2 tablespoons of avocado oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. The oil keeps the butter from burning. That's why you combine the two. You want that skillet hot, searing hot. And when you put those pork chops in the skillet, you want to hear that sizzle. See that sizzle? That's what you're looking for. This is a pretty big skillet, and these are pretty big pork chops. So this is a 2 pork chop skillet. Set your timer for 4 minutes. Cook those for 4 minutes and then turn them over. Look at that. Look at that. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Cook them for another 4 minutes on that side. And in the meantime, take the juice and spread it over the top. The kind of basting that you can do to help keep them from drying out. After 4 minutes, if your pork chops are too thick, brown them on the edges. It just depends on the thickness of your pork chop. But this will make them absolutely stunning. Then take the pork chops out of the pan and put them aside. Add 1 stick of butter to the pan and half a cup of chopped onions, finely chopped. Add 1 tablespoon full of garlic. This is garlic that's been preserved in olive oil. Add 1/2 cup of white wine. Stir everything together really well. Rosemary, 1 tablespoon. Thyme, 1 teaspoon. If you have a favorite spice that you'd like to use that in addition to or instead of rosemary and thyme. Keep everything stirred well to keep it from burning. Heavy whipping cream is important. Add 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. This will help thicken your gravy. Add salt and pepper to taste. Keep stirring that gravy so that it won't stick. When your gravy starts to thicken, put the pork chops back in. Cook them for another 5 minutes. And while they're cooking, take that gravy and spoon it over the top. It's just another way of adding flavor throughout the pork chops and making sure they don't dry out. When you plate the pork chops, put some gravy on the bottom of the plate. Then add your pork chop, and a little extra gravy on top. That's what makes this so scrumptious. This is the most tender, delicious, mouth-watering pork chop you ever put in your mouth. Cooked to perfection. And the pups love it too. They would have eaten the whole thing if I let them. But of course I had to save some for myself. Sophie wanted me to hold it so she could lick off the juice first and then eat the pork chop. I hope you've enjoyed making pork chops. I hope you'll try this at home. Please subscribe to our channel so you won't miss a single video. I hope to see you again very, very soon.